Remember? Wait, did we talk about Chris Brown being charged
We've
for
talked.
rape again? Did we
I
talk
mean,
about that?
I'm
We
pretty
didn't,
sure we have because it's happened so many times.
but I know we were like really zeroing in for a minute on Trey Songs. But
Yeah.
okay, so if we covered the Chris Brown stuff, Chris Brown apparently leaked some audio that he believed vindicates him. And I'm just gonna read some of this here. I could plug the audio in for you, but basically it says, "I want to fuck you tonight at midnight." LOL. This is obviously what the girl is saying, right? And then she's also quoted as saying, "You were honestly the best D I ever had." LOL. Laughing emoji.
Okay.
I just want it again. Continuing, she says, "You know full well I wasn't pressing you about no D. You told me to stay and then gonna try to play me. Nah, that's crazy. I didn't deserve that, but you definitely got it." Continuing on, "I just want to see you again. Just let me know. If you want me to leave you alone, I will, but I really just want to F the S again." So these voicemails obviously happened at the beginning, like initially, and then after, when "I want to see you again," whatever, whatever. So if she got raped, why would she want to see the rapist again? That
Right.
doesn't make sense to me, unless it's in court and she's got to point him out. Like, why would she want to see him again? So Breezy believes this, and I just read it. Like, there's a voicemail. It's her voice. So
Okay.
Breezy believes this is vindication. Thoughts?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you expect me to say, man. This is vindication. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure this is not the first time that this is the case. You know what I mean? When you see a celebrity keep records of voicemails and text messages, it's because they've been through something and an experience before where they've learned their lesson. And when you're somebody like a Chris Brown who probably gets accused of this all the time because girls are out there looking for the bag and it's not really true, this is when you start to, this the only reason that he kept all of these things for, because I think it was like 9 months worth of text messages and voicemails that this guy had, from what I heard, right? So if you're doing stuff like that, it's because of the experiences. And there's a lot of women out there like this. This should be game for a lot of the men. A lot of the men out there, and I'm not talking about the famous men because those guys should already know. You should be wise to that. But I'm talking about all the men sitting at home on their Instagram and on their social media, glorifying and looking up to these women that be scamming out these men like this. Like in real life, that's what they really be trying to do, right? And also the women who immediately come to the defense of women like this instead of trying to get their facts right first. There's so many sides to this type of story, and it's good that finally Chris Brown got the ability to have the gotcha moment and slap one of the females at least back with it in their face, so that people could understand. Say, yo, this is not something that I do. This is something that I get accused of, and this is why women are doing it to me. Type of vibe.
Well, honestly, I'm surprised that it took so long. I mean, how long have smartphones been invented? And even prior to a smartphone, like if you're just a celebrity, a massive celebrity, like in other words, you're a slot machine to some women, not all, of course, at least have them sign something. Like, I am of sound body and mind. I am not intoxicated. Today's date, signature, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Well, I mean, I heard that Drake makes girls sign NDAs before they can even come on his property.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because, and like you might hear that and say it's crazy. Like, oh, that might destroy the mood, the vibe. No, like look at it could get really, really bad really fast, and some women, again, not all, they're malicious, and they do things with one goal in mind. One. And hey, I guess for the ones that can pull it off, more power to them, because there's a lot of simps out there. So if you could do it, great, good for you.
Right.
But at the same time, it doesn't mean men can't play defense. Like, we shouldn't just let you lay up. Like, we could play D. So put some hurdles in front of that, a little something.
No, like real talk though. Like when this happens, like majority of times when this happens and it's like a celebrity, You know, even when it happens multiple times, like even in the Trey Songz thing, more times I'm gonna give the celebrity the benefit of the doubt. And I don't care how that comes out, how that sounds. That's just how I feel. More times I'm gonna believe the celebrity over the girl, just because I know in this world there's more females like that looking to catch a bag than actually telling the truth about it. Because at some point, it's just hard for me to believe
Bro, who
that
hurt you?
you're gonna you no hold on, man. There's this it's hard for me. Hold on, let me get it
All
out, man. Let me
right,
get it out.
go ahead, go
Because
ahead.
I get in that rumble in the chest area, you know, when you want to
Oh
get it
my
out.
gosh.
I feel it's just hard for me to believe that these are just regular girls who meet these celebrities who they definitely have heard about before, and they get together, and this celebrity has to convince or has to rape this girl in order to have sex with her.
Well,
Are you kidding?
listen, let's not forget that Harvey Weinstein exists.
But
Okay.
those were celebrities. Some of those
Bill
people were
Cosby
celebrities too.
exists. I know, but not
Celebrities,
as big as these celeb. And when you talk about those were celebrities, when I say Harvey Weinstein, remember these are actresses trying to get a job. So their celebrity relies on what that monster Harvey Weinstein is willing to do for them, right? So I understand what you're saying because there's unfortunately more. Listen, man, more than one is too many. But there's a lot of women out there that have that end game in mind and will do whatever it takes to, get that.
right?
But we cannot take away from the fact that yes, some dudes out there are predators and they take advantage of their celebrity. It exists, right?
Right.
We've talked about a lot of them on this podcast. You know what
Yes,
I
for
mean?
sure. There's tons of them. I'm saying, but I just mean in cases like there's certain cases that I look at, certain celebrities that I look at, and I say to myself, okay, this guy meets a female I've never heard of before, and the only way he's so desperate to have sex and he can't find another girl, so he has to sexually assault or you know our word. I don't know if we're even allowed to say it anymore on this podcast. Word, that some girl. You know what I mean? So it's just hard for me to believe that. It is. Sorry.
Well, I mean, here's the other thing you have to remember. Okay. So if a guy or a girl cheats, right? And they've been in a relationship for like 5 years, but and they cheat, and this and they got caught, right? Their partner catches them. 5 years, they cheated and got caught. What's the likelihood that they've only cheated that one time and just coincidentally that's the time they got caught? No. They've cheated more than once throughout that 5 years. It's just they got caught that time. I say that to say this. Of the people that we're talking about, the two names that I mentioned, I'm sure there was multiple occasions where they were the, we'll say, aggressor. So they only got caught those times. So believe me, I'm sure there are other celebrity dudes out there that have done it many times. They just haven't got caught yet. You know what I mean? That's why there's always that build up. You hear one girl come out, then it's two, then three, the blah 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 blah. It starts stacking up. Again,
Right.
I don't want to take away from the fact that we are in the social media era, and you'd have to be an idiot to not think, sadly enough, that there are some women out there like the ones you're describing. I'm not an idiot.
More groupies than celebrities out there, man.
Yeah, of course, right? But I'm just saying on that
Numbers game.
side, there's some numbers on the board on the other side as well. That's
You
all I'm
you
saying.
you were we were talking about playing the lottery before, man. Why if I was one of these females and I had a instance where I was in the same room alone for a few minutes with Trey Songz and I could play the lottery and think I could lie my way to a check, why would I not try to do it?
It's true.
I'm just saying.
It's
Sometimes
true.
that's all it takes, just a female being in
Well,
the same room with you.
and here's a clear example of that, right? So, that little tangent that I was going on, I'm not suggesting that just because Chris Brown has evidence that he obviously didn't do anything this one
Right.
time, I'm not suggesting that maybe he did it other times. I'm just saying there's both sides. Is all I'm saying.
Right. Right.
This segment just proves that this time is the woman's side, but we've talked many times that dudes do the same thing as well. But yeah, let it be a lesson learned. Just take your cell phone, hit the record button, put it in your pocket, or just put it on the bed head or whatever. Just keep the shit recording. That's all.
Listen, listen, gentlemen, if you feel like you need to do that with the lady that you're with, just go find another girl.
There's that too.
There's plenty. There's plenty. Okay, don't. That's too much work.
That should be a red
If you're
flag.
dating, if you're currently in a relationship with that female, where you feel like you need to be doing that, it's time to leave. Okay,
It's time.
there's lots of there's lots of. I don't care how long y'all been together. All right, it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to have.
Woo, toot, toot, take the train and head down the track, buddy.
Yeah,
all right.
It's time to have a conversation.
Yeah.
Look, viewing public, what are your thoughts, man? Chris Brown, vindicated in my opinion. Right? Leave it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Still waiting on that Trey Songs. Still waiting on the T.I. rape thing. There's a lot going on here that we're still waiting on. That's all I'm saying. All right, now deuces.